nation rebuilt in just 3 years. In less than 3 years, a silent revolution has swept across Burkina Faso, not through protests or war, but through bricks, concrete, and vision. From dusty, broken roads to ambitious new nuclear plants. From modern hospitals to cutting-edge airports. From remote villages to the bustling heart of Ouagadougou, something is changing. And at the center of it all is a man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The young president who rose to power in late 2022 didn't come with empty promises. He came with a vision and 25 transformative projects that are shaking the foundations of a nation and echoing far beyond its borders. On October 2, 2024, a plane bearing the red, green, and gold flag of Burkina Faso lifted off from Ouagadougou. It was more than a flight. It was a declaration: we are back. After years of silence, Air Burkina was reborn, not with fanfare or marketing, but with a quiet 98-seat jet purchased for $19 million thanks to discreet diplomatic efforts with China. The inaugural flight connected Ouagadougou to Accra via Bamako. But more importantly, it reconnected a people to the world. For Traoré, relaunching an airline wasn't about prestige. It was about reclaiming the sky for a nation long grounded. In the south, in the heat and dust, machines roar inside a brand new cashew processing plant. But what's being processed here isn't just cashews, it's national pride. Under Traoré, this isn't just a factory. It's a weapon of self-reliance. Designed to create over 20,000 direct jobs and 50,000 indirect ones, the plant empowers farmers and keeps value at home. No longer will raw cashews leave the country unprocessed. Now, they become symbols of economic sovereignty. October 7, 2024. Another quiet revolution. The launch of Burkina Faso's postal bank, BPPF. An idea born in 1988, brought to life by Traoré with $25 million in seed capital. This bank wasn't built for the elite, it was built for the forgotten. Women, youth, farmers, offering microloans, savings, and accessible financial services. It's not a place to chase wealth, but a place to start again. Traoré calls it the Bank of Empowerment. For millions, it's a silent revolution that is changing lives one account at a time. In the fabric of Burkina Faso, change is now stitched in thread. Reviving the textile industry, Traoré did more than build factories. He rewrote identity. School uniforms now use Faso Dan Fani, a traditional hand-woven fabric. Police and military uniforms are made locally. Even the courts have changed. Gone are colonial-style wigs. Now, African traditional robes speak for justice. In a bold move, Traoré banned the import of second-hand clothes, rejecting Western leftovers and reclaiming cultural pride. No longer will Burkinabe dress like others. This is the era of we wear our own. We define our value. To the west, the once forgotten Bobo Dioulasso International Airport is rising from the ashes. Traoré announced an 80 billion CFA investment to transform it into a regional hub. New terminals for 1.5 million passengers a year, upgraded runways, taxiways, and infrastructure. More than beautification, this is strategic, to turn Bobo into a gateway for trade, tourism, and regional dominance. Agriculture, once the last resort of the poor, is becoming the proud domain of the empowered. In early 2024, over 400 tractors, hundreds of motorbikes, pumps, tons of fertilizers and seeds were distributed to farmers and cooperatives. And it didn't stop there. A historic $200 million program was launched to train 20,000 young people in smart farming and agribusiness. They received land to begin. With floating agri-parks, aquaculture projects, and innovation, Traoré isn't just giving them tools, he's giving them a reason to stay and to grow the future from soil. In the northeast of Ouagadougou, a new international airport is taking shape, Ouagadougou-Donson. Not just a replacement for the outdated city center terminal, but a symbol of a new Burkina Faso. A 3.5 kilometers runway, expandable to 4 kilometers, capacity for 1 million passengers annually. Built with low-carbon concrete and powered by a 25 megawatt solar plant with storage. It's not just modern, it's sustainable. Traoré isn't just building an airport. He's opening a new runway for a nation ready to take off with dignity and vision. Then came the shockwave. In January 2024, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, 3 of West Africa's poorest yet most defiant nations, exited ECOWAS, the West-backed regional bloc. In its place, they formed the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES. Not a symbolic treaty, but a full departure from outdated institutions and imported development models. AES is a defense pact, yes, but also an economic, monetary, and regional cooperation alliance, with plans for a joint bank, stabilization fund, biometric passport, and a sovereign Sahel economy. Traoré and the other young leaders of AES don't speak in diplomatic riddles. They speak with action. AES is not just resistance, it's reinvention. While the world watched, Traoré quietly built 1,000 social housing units across areas devastated by conflict and poverty. Places like Nuna, Nadiagu, and Basinko. These aren't temporary shelters. They're homes, built with over 5 billion CFA, made of concrete, steel, and hope. Alongside them, new roads, urban infrastructure, and public spaces. Not just shelters, but communities where people can rebuild their lives with dignity. But the most ambitious of all? Roads. From independence in 1960 to 2022, Burkina Faso built only 3,600 kilometers of paved roads in 6 decades. Then, Traoré announced something unthinkable: 50,000 kilometers of new paved roads before 2030. But not with foreign contractors. With local hands. The government bought 900 construction machines, trained engineers, operators, and mobilized youth nationwide. Each kilometer is not just asphalt. It's access to schools, clinics, markets, and the future. In places once cut off, roads now reconnect communities and restore trust. Every meter is a step towards self-determination. And finally, Bobo Dioulasso again, but this time, looking out. Burkina Faso is landlocked. Historically, that meant high costs, dependency, and disadvantage. But now, the dream of a national logistics corridor is taking shape. A dry port in Bobo, a rail connection to the coast, a vision of sovereignty by land, even without a sea. Traoré is not just changing a country. He's redefining what's possible. This is not a miracle. It's not magic. It's the result of will, vision, and leadership in action. In 3 short years, Ibrahim Traoré has proven that true independence is not declared, it is built. Brick by brick, road by road, policy by policy. This is the awakening of Burkina Faso. And the world is watching.